Which brings me, Seth, to your current triumph. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah. Whoa. I remember this shot, you know. I asked him for one more. This was a moment where I shoot this guy who's running away, and there's this whole thing happening about shooting unarmed suspects. But of course, you know, he's killed my friend. And it's easy when I have a gun in my hand and to try and kind of be, you go into kind of a certain mode, you know, of being this cop or detective or whatever. But to kind of bring a real emotion to it as an actor, and to, because that's what you have to convey all the time, right, is a story. So the story is, you know, I shouldn't shoot this guy, he's unarmed, and then, you know, just can't help it, and this rage surges through him, and he shoots him anyway, and then goes there and finishes him off. So to have a story on your face and in your mind while doing action was a growth for me as an actor. And we were okay with one take, and I asked Vikram Motwani, can I do it again, please, because this is what I'd like to add to it. And he said, yes, of course. And we did. And it seems to be an image that's endured. Yeah. So great.
What I loved about Sartaj, Zeph, was how human he is, and how flawed and frail and sad and even overweight. I mean, there's one episode in which I think it was Parulkar who says, ki, haan, weight bhi gain kiya hai, right? Yeah. So, Zeph, are you completely removed now from the trappings of stardom? Is there no vanity about this anymore?
I really want to be in a place where I can say to a director that, what do you want from this guy? And I like my life, you know, it's roughly in control as much as whatever. I love having a creative job, okay? I love that feeling of staying up late at night, like last night, looking at a script and saying, okay, I can make something out of this, and then going to sleep and whatever, waking up and, you know, Taimur and the day and, you know, my wife and mother and everything's nice. The job, I don't want to feel stressed by it and, as you say, you know, affected by the vanity of it. I want to just become what that character is for a while, really enjoy that, get paid and, you know, take off. So I don't know whether the entire definition of stardom has changed, or whether, I don't think I'm being that different. I think that's the way it should be for stars. They should become that character, if it's fat or if it's thin, and people have blazed the way. I mean, Amir, as usual, has shown that that's the way to do it. People don't really tell us very often what the path is, but it's clear, you know, for people who can see it. And one of these things is the actor should become the character, you know, and that's quite starry as well. And it's a luxury. If you're not doing 20 things, and if you can afford to say, I mean, putting on weight's easy, you just have to eat pizza. But to maintain it, or to become really thin for a part, I mean, that's great now. I think it's the future of, and the present of cinema, where somebody says, you know, you're playing like a Naga sadhu, I want you to be a little underweight. And you say, okay, what kind of diet would my character have? Oh, he'd eat, you know, an onion and a roti. So I don't know, can you do that? Will you do that for your part? That defines you.
The beard is the Naga sadhu?
Yeah, it is. It's part of it. They'll clip another beard onto this. Huh. This is the grip.
Right.
And then it comes down to here.
Right.
So compared to that Humtum wig, these guys have come a long way now. They can they can really do nice.
They can do nice.
Yeah, nice jobs. But I'm still wary. I think it's important to be normal and be an artist and enjoy the art of it, rather than, you know, the vanity of it, and the dark side is annoying to me, of, you know, I want to be better looking than you, and, you know, hope you die kind of thing. I mean, nobody admits to that, but, you know.
But it is there, isn't it?
I think so. I think it is.
I think most.
I went through getting over it when I realized I really can't benefit from anyone's failure.
But there are moments when you wish failure on people.
Not wish failure on people, but if something goes wrong, you're like, yeah, oh.
Right. Because it is that kind of business. I mean, it is.
You have to know some psychology to understand this. They say that when some people fail, it implies there's more room for others to succeed. So that's the thought. Whether you understand it or not, you feel that you've just been given an opening. Whereas the more successful other people are, it closes off avenues to other people. So nobody really loves it. That's the thought.
When did you realize that you can't benefit?
I don't know. I was on the potty in the late 90s or something. And
late 90s, mate?
Yeah, I think it was when Sanjay Dutt was arrested or something. I don't know, something happened. Something big happened. It didn't change my life at all. At all. You know, and I said, oh, the only thing that can help me is me. It really won't help me if, you know, these top 3 guys are kidnapped and taken to Mars.
Right.
Maybe that would help, actually. Maybe it would. Yeah.
But you have to be a bit fearless. You can't be like, you know, fearless with a lot of, I said, do it with dignity, but be fearless and say that, yeah, it's not fair what you're doing. So you say no. But the problem is one will say no, then the other one will say, okay, chalo, I'm okay to do
I'll
that.
do it, yeah.
So then there has to be some unity also there. You know, otherwise it's not going to change the way we think it should change. Why Me Too has worked is because they were united.
Yeah.
They all stood together and said, this is not fair and this is not done. We're not going to take this anymore. So I'm not saying do it like a movement like that, but this is so like, you know, this is so like for Jennifer Lawrence to ask for that money, you know, in Passengers and say, man, I want more money or whatever, equal money than my, you know, male counterpart, because I'm also bringing that much to the table. She had to explain that by writing a letter. Her move, it was not like she had to say, oh, maine ye move kiya hai. It was not understood.
Did, correct.
It was not understood ki sahi kara hai usne. You have to say, you have to make a point, you know, I've done this. Because see, I can understand. I'm not saying pay me the same money you're paying the Khans, because they've been here for like...
Correct.
And but you can't think that my contemporary male actors and I should have such disparity just because I'm a woman and you're saying कि मेरा कोई contribution नहीं है film को.
100%.
You understand? And today roles are also being written very differently.
Absolutely.
For women.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just there for a bit, you know.
The roles have increased.
No, I mean, I was amazed at your role in Sultan. You know, it's one of the
How
few times a
impactful,
Salman Khan film has a really textured and believable heroine.
I mean, basically it reaches a point where you say, yaar, it's like this or
you won't do it.
Yeah, you know.
It's not like I say, give me so much and people
you know,
haan, le lo. वो भी नहीं होता.
Also, I'll tell you what also needs to happen is that I really feel like it'll take a lot of pressure off the guys also if something like this
I was
was
just going
to
to say
happen.
that men should not feel threatened by this.
They should think that it's going to really evolve them and their lives also if, you know, if this was to happen, because there's so much pressure on them on this. To say कि equal है और अब हम कर रहे हैं ये, and you divide like the monies and all also in that way. So then, but for that, the producers have to think that way, and the top producers have to think that way.
But also the heroes have to think
It takes, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't understand why, because ये है कि ना मैं हूँ स्टार, पोस्टर पे मैं खड़ा हूँ. अभी लड़की है, ये है, किस अपील के लिए आप को लड़की को पोस्टर में रखना है? They think like that. मैं हूँ स्टार. अरे, but she's adding so much value also. She'll act, she'll this, she has her own fan following. I'm saying think of it on the basic level. That's such a big bonus. It's going to actually benefit everyone. It's going to help the film. The more stars you have in a film industry, the more it's going to benefit, the more better subjects you get, the more better this thing. You see, I am selfish as an actor that I will do a film if I have a good role. That I'm saying. Now, आप मेरे को किसी के साथ भी काम करा लो, मैं करने के लिए तैयार हूँ. मेरा रोल अच्छा होना चाहिए. I should feel it. But that's it.
I've not worked with the most secure actor than Varun.
Really? Oh, that's lovely.
Genuinely.
But you know, Varun, a couple of years ago, like I'd say about 4 or 5 years ago, when Gravity came out, right?
Yeah.
I put the question to a lot of guys.
I'm not comparing any film to an English film. I did a joke and I got screwed. It was a joke. It was a joke.
No. But my question is that would we have a male actor in the Hindi film industry willing to do what George Clooney did in that film? I mean, that was Sandra Bullock's film.
I think Dear Zindagi, Shah Rukh Khan did play supporting to Alia Bhatt, and he's one of the biggest superstars in our country.
So things are then changing.
He did
because
that.
at that time people were very like, no, we don't know, you know,
No, he did it. But then he did that. Yeah? That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
That is a big deal. That was not happening some years back. You have to give it to Shah Rukh sir for doing that.
Yeah.
That's a very big deal.
Yeah.
That he did that. And I think that will happen. Like, to be honest, it's like, obviously you have to have an equation, you have to have that respect for that actor, and then these things happen. Like,
you have to be secure in your creativity, man.
But do you hope, Shah Rukh, that your films will bring change? Do you wish for that?
See, you watch a film and at a very personal level they can touch you. And then you can think of things. I mean, they can vary from getting married after watching my film. I meet a lot of couples who say we married watching your film, or he proposed to me. Just yesterday, somebody, it was your book, by the way, I think. Somebody has proposed to his girl on the cover of your book, and because she likes me and him. So I think people can get certain kind of things that touch them or turn them around or make them think differently by certain films, like a Swades, you know, that, hey, it's nice here, that, you know, we should learn and come back and serve our country. It's a good thought. So through that aspect, maybe the film can bring about a change in people who can then go ahead and make the changes that the film kind of propagated or talked about. But as a whole, it's like a book. You know, it's not like you read this book and the world is going to change because of that. I really believe films reflect the world we live in, so it can start a discussion about the world we live in, the characters we play, and discussion can lead to a change. But on its own, you know, movie देखा दुनिया बदल गई, या इसको देख के सारे लोग यहाँ से बाहर जाएंगे और कहेंगे ऐसा ही होना चाहिए. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm being honest. I would love to believe it. At the end of it all, and when I say entertainment, I don't say it in a derogatory manner. You go there to just feel nice about the feeling that the film is talking about. So you can feel nice about La La Land, and you can feel nice about Dangal, and you can feel nice about even a, you know, just an over-the-top Iron Man and have fun. So I think the bottom line will remain, as somebody famous said, that movies are for entertainment, postal services are for messages.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you make a big film now more so than before, say 7 years or even earlier. I'm somehow the leader of the pack in that film, somehow. Not by choice or design, I just happen to be. You know, we have big production houses, Red Chillies is big, Excel is big, Rahul is a fine director, everybody, Nawaz is a fantastic actor. But still, it is led by me somehow.
It becomes your film.
It becomes a Shah Rukh Khan film. Whether I like it, I don't like it. I mean, I had to struggle to make Dear Zindagi not my film. You know, that I'm not really playing the lead. Please don't put the pressure on this wonderful, beautiful film that Gauri and Alia have made, you know. So I don't know how to handle that anymore. So the responsibility weighs heavy on me more. It's more than the competition. And I just hope I don't let anyone down here. Because, you know, I work with directors who are coming from a different space. And I know deep down inside, they want to make that 200 crore rupee film also, you know. And they feel this is it now. You know, we've got that option. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. There are different directors who, cameramen, music directors, singers, you know, everybody hopes with this film, like, this is your third interview, you've arrived. So exactly like that. A lot of people think they have arrived because they've done that film. It happens with stardom, that I've got this big film with a big star, with a big production house. It really weighs heavy on me, the responsibility. And I just hope I get it right for every count, you know. So you're filling in the squares, you're like, okay, I hope the box office is good because somebody was thinking that. I hope the critical acclaim is good. I hope the awards are good. I hope the, you know, overall world domination ideology, someone is good. It has become, when you are a star, it does become a huge responsibility. So the competitive edge is still there, but in terms of delivering that responsibility. I'm not going to turn around and say, I do it for others, you know, it's not me, you know, it's for the others. I'm not a social worker, to be honest, but somewhere I just cannot discount the fact that whoever is working with me, like I genuinely, honestly feel extremely sad that I let Manish Sharma down. And it's got nothing to do with, one can turn around and say the film didn't work for that, X. We also knew the film is not a commercial film, but I still feel 10%, 20% I let him down. Somewhere I could have been a little more, I'm more experienced. Maybe I should have said something, maybe I should have felt something, maybe I should have changed something, maybe I should have done something. I'm just an actor in the film. I think I did my job to the best of my capability. I'm not questioning or feeling guilty, but I know Manish Sharma deserved a better platform when he worked with me, and I'm not taking away from what he's done before. But I just feel saddened by that. I told you that last time also. It's not the destruction of, oh, I didn't make so much, or I did. It's just like, yeah, he's such a good director. He needed, and even if he did not work with me after that film, you know, it just, I just own that part. So that part does get a little heavy. It's just like the guy who unfortunately has been chosen to be the leader. I wish I did not have to lead a film. I really, really wish sometimes. This is an affiliated job that I have to bear the responsibility of.